Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is this first Tuesday in November. What happens in the first Tuesday in November? Yes, November the 6th, 2018. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Unconfiscatable, and of course, offended by selling. So we're going to jump into this. Some good news at first. Blockstream.info. The people at Blockstream tweeted this out. We're excited to announce our new block explorer, Blockstream.info. Search and view data on Bitcoin, blockchain, and Liquid Network. Oh, no analytics scripts, no tracking, native support for SegWit, Bec32, Tor, Onion, and other modern BTC features. Okay, so those of you who don't like going to blockchain.info for your Explorer, well, you can go to blockstream.info now, because we're going to get into what blockchain.info is doing. I mean, blockchain.info is doing something so crazy that they got me having Stellar in my freaking title. Pound that like button if you like Bitcoin. And you're like, whoa, Meister, what's this Stellar in your title? Why you got to bring up? I got to bring up Stellar because it's in the news. I mean, it's like these pre-mined centralized coins. You know, they make me vomit, but I got to mention it later in the show. So stay tuned. Okay. Invention sent $5 in the super chat. I'm going to answer your question, Invention, at the end of the show. Thank you very much, my brother. All right. Here's some other good news. Now, this is again for the people that are like, oh, Bitcoin's just a passing fad. I don't think this is very fad-like. Bitfury has closed an $80 million private placement led by Coriol Capital and joined by RMAT Group and all these other ones and incredible firms. Okay, thank you all for your support, they say. That is from someone at Bitfury that is linked to below. Okay, you know Bitfury, the chip maker, they're being into a lot of things in the Bitcoin space, and they just got a lot of money. No, Bitcoin's no fad. This is where the big boys play, baby, and they're positioning themselves to be one of the big boys for a long time. Long-term thinking on their part, and of course they battle in business competition against everybody's favorite Chinese miner, those dudes. I won't name them, partially because Bitmain. We'll just name them. Oh, the Bitmain IPO. Yeah, we'll talk about that another day. Bitmain IPO is good for the space too, if they pull it off. If they pull it just is. I mean, you don't have to like Bitmain. You could like Bitfury. Bitfury got money too. All right. Now, speaking about centralized currencies, because Ripple and Stellar, they're centralized cryptocurrencies apparently. Well, I have mentioned on the show now a couple of times, and you have seen it in all the spammy comments left on Twitter and under people's comments section. Initiative Q. Now, first off, breakermag.com. I linked to their article below. They did a very good article on Initiative Q. It explains everything about it. And they are not a cryptocurrency. I repeat, and they're not trying to be a crypto. They are a centralized digital currency. So if you want to buy a centralized digital currency, get your Initiative Q, I guess. But here we go. Initiative Q is all the bad parts of crypto and none of the good ones by David Z. Morris. Initiative Q is exploding on social media by hitching a ride on the lingering crypto hype. But there are plenty of reasons to be skeptical. Yeah, I mean, they go on to say it's not a cryptocurrency. Okay, Centralized digital currency. Again, read the article for yourself. You can make up your own mind. Again, the way they are selling this is in a pyramid scheme type of fashion. Is it a scam now? Will it break into a scam one day? Who knows? It's not crypto. They're not even trying to be the next Bitcoin. They're trying to be the next Fed coin. Pound that like button. Yes, Initiative Q, the next Fed coin. Bitcoin, the next Bitcoin. What would you rather be in? All right. So follow me on TechBalt on Twitter, TechBalt, techbalt.com. See all the This Week in Bitcoin shows. Disruptmeister.com. See every show that I've ever been on. Over 1,100 of them. I post a new show here every day. Tomorrow we might be on a little bit early, and maybe there'll be a surprise. If not, it'll just be a regular show, but it might be a special show tomorrow. Where do we have, what else is there to talk about? Don't worry. Oh yeah, I'll be speaking in New Orleans, of course, on December 34th. The link to the Eventbrite discount page, type in Meister, get 20% off, digitalcurrencycon.com. All right, so now let's talk about a centralized coin called Stellar. All right, and Stellar apparently is like in the top 10. When I see it there, I don't even see it. So I don't even recognize it as being a top 10 coin. Now, unfortunately, but fortunately for Stellar, they've made a deal with Blockchain.info. A lot of people have Bitcoin wallets there. And you also at Blockchain.info there, you can have Ethereum and Bcash. Well, now you can have Stellar. Yep. Yeah, they're making, that's a top tier type of move. I know you want to stick your finger down your throat, just like the Who sang in that song. Put your finger down my throat. What is that? Behind Blue Eyes? Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's Behind Blue Eyes. No, or is Bubba O'Reilly? I don't know. Yeah, Behind Blue Eyes. Oh God, that song. Anyway, okay. So anyway, but going back to the show, the Who were great. Pound that freaking like button. So yeah, Stellar's made a deal with Blockchain.info. And what's going to happen here is you can get free Stellar. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Just sign up for your Blockchain.info account and you can get your free Stellar. But you got to give your personal info. And if you already have a Blockchain.info wallet, and a lot of us have Blockchain.info wallets. I got my Blockchain.info wallet in freaking 2014. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, they're going to give me some free Stellar, and I'm going to turn that baby into some Bitcoin. All right, that sounds great. No. It's not that simple. Even for people like me who've had accounts since 2014, the only way I get my Stellar, I give my my identity info over. And I've never done that before. It's an anonymous account at this point. So this is a way for Blockchain.info to get people's personal info. That's good for them. It's also a way to get them to sign up because people are going to be like, ooh, free crypto. It's a way for Stellar to make themselves seem like a top tier altcoin. It's a way to get Stellar in the hands of people, to get news written about them. So this really, it benefits Stellar. It benefits Blockchain.info. I mean, here it is. And I link to the articles and I link to the links that explain all this stuff. Blockchain to airdrop 125 million in Stellar to users. You people who are buying that stuff have boosted up the value of Stellar so much that they can just print up some Stellar. They've got some Stellar in their reserves, the decentralized Stellar people, and they could just airdrop $125 million worth of it. Hey, dudes, your personal responsibility is new counterculture. You people who've been buying that stuff, you're the ones that have given them this power or the opportunity to give away supposedly $125 million worth of this centralized Ripple coin or whatever it is. And so the people who won't benefit are the people who give away their, well, I mean, it's never too cool to give away your personal information. Sign into your existing wallet and verify your identity. Once your identity has been verified, you'll be on the list to receive your XLM and future opportunities to get access to free crypto. So they're saying they're gonna have other airdrops too. They're gonna make deals with other centralized cryptos also. Hey, I mean, if you have to, when they're saying verify your ID, verify who you are. I mean, that makes me think they want you to scan in your driver's license. Now, I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they want your social security number. Dude, it's not worth it to give your social security number over or your driver's license to get the free Stellar. Not at all, in my opinion. I will not be doing that because I do have Blockchain.info wallets that I've had since 2014. Because again, the cool thing about Blockchain.info, you could send Bitcoin there. You could practice sending. You could do a lot of. I mean, at times. I mean, now there are a lot more online wallets like that you can, send to, because you got to know how to send your first Bitcoin before you really dive into this stuff. I was going to say send your first Bitcoin before you buy your first Litecoin, of course, but you don't have to buy another cryptocurrency. Remember, I've only bought with fiat Bitcoins. Pound that like button. And because of only buying that with Bitcoin, I got a lot of Bcash and BGold. All this stuff is floating around out there now because a while ago, people were like, "Oh, $500. Bitcoin's so expensive." I bought Bitcoin, and so yeah. Anyway, so what else? Here's a video from a guy who's he's still stuck in the stock market paradigm here. Economic invincibility. He's got some great videos. I linked to his latest video, "How I Am Investing in 2019." He briefly mentions Bitcoin and altcoins, and he kind of pushes them aside. I mean, he knows the difference between Bitcoins and altcoins, but he knows but he still gives some respect to all. I mean, he bought Ripple. This dude bought Ripple in the past, so I don't think he's completely learned his lesson yet. And he doesn't know that much about cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin can be separated from altcoins, which is a good first. That's some knowledge there. But he goes on to talk about stocks, and that's unfortunate. He will learn eventually. He will learn eventually. So, I mean, again, I pointed this out. There could be smart people with informative videos out there, financial videos out there, but they're not perfect. They're gonna be behind. They're not gonna be open to the insider information that we have received. Okay, it's out there for him. He can be an insider if he wants to. He doesn't want to. He talks about traditional stocks, and to each his own. But the funny thing is, the comments left under there are just the best. Because remember, it's not a crypto channel, and it's not just a financial channel either. He talks about a lot of men's issues, a lot of social issues. So you got all sorts of dregs of society in the comments section, okay? And it's just all these scapegoaters. When they see there's a video about how to invest in 2019, they start making up excuses about how they've not been able to properly invest their entire lives. They blame Soros and all the usual names for their own lack of financial success in life. They're just there on this guy's channel complaining about these mysterious entities, Soros, and because they have not been financially. And the funny thing is that the answer is to be in motion. It's right in front of their faces to be in motion with Bitcoin. It's right. And I even commented to some of these guys, and they immediately they make nasty comments back, whatever. And so then I don't reply again. I try to be helpful, but most choose to make excuses and to blame rather to be individuals and do something. Okay, because you're just it's collectivism. It's collectivist blaming. All these people gathering together, figuring out who the scapegoat is, why they're not financially successful. It's Soros's fault. It's Soros's fault. They're screaming. Dude, the Bitcoin's right there. It's been around for 10 freaking years. People been telling you to, it's even the guy, he even mentions it in the video. For the trolls that are commenting on his video, he even says the words Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but they still rather not be in motion, create scapegoat type scenarios instead of being in motion and getting on the Bitcoin train. Hey, whatever, personal responsibility is new countercultural. They'll be there if they don't die of massive heart attacks from their unhealthy eating. They will be there in 10 years saying all those Bitcoin people are lucky they made insider deals with George Soros. This is great. They'll be blaming Bitcoin on George Soros because probably George Soros will buy Bitcoin before these schmoes do. Okay, even though and all the other scapegoaters, the traditional finance guys who hate Bitcoin right now, they will get Bitcoin before all these schmoes in the freaking comments section that blame it on on all these financial people. They're just not in motion. They're just not in motion. It's a disgrace. Well, for them, for me, whatever. Less competition. I mean, not that they'd be worthy competition. I mean, all they do is sit and complain all day. Okay, but I mean, everyone can change. If you do sit and, if you're watching this and you're one of those people who just blames everybody else for your own lack of financial success, and you're willing to say it's my fault and I'm going to do something about it, then great. Welcome to the 20%er club. Be in motion, get into Bitcoin, and change your life. All right. So I want to thank Vention again for the $5 in the super chat. He had a comment that's kind of a joke comment, but he says, "Hey, Adam, I hear Bcash is forking. Should I trade in all my Bitcoin for Bcash so I can get the crypto dividend?" Well, Vention, of course, you should never do something that insane. But you saying that isn't actually, well, it is insane. But there are people thinking that will get caught up in this, newbies who don't have that much Bitcoin, and it'll be like, "Oh, I'm just going to I'm going to get rid of all my Bitcoin now, get this Bcash thing because it's forking, and I'm going to be able to make a lot off of this because I value my wealth in fiat." So there are people that, as I can remember, now again, I remember last year, right around this time of year, it was like November 10th, 11th, and 12th. I mean, we're almost there again. When it was Bitcoin 2x went down the toilet. And after that, since people knew there wasn't going to be a 2x and that Bcash was the only crypto dividend at the time, well, was the main crypto dividend at the time other than BGold, that was using the Bitcoin name, everyone that thought there was going to be a 2x starts piling in the Bcash. And it went up to like 0.4 of one Bitcoin. It was worth 0.4 of a Bitcoin. Okay, because I value my wealth in Bitcoin. And Simon Dixon came on my show, and it was just craziness. There were all sorts of people saying Bcash is going to become Bitcoin. There were all sorts of people selling all of their Bitcoin for Bcash. So eventually makes a funny joke and everything, but just 1 year ago, all you newbie people, there were people selling all their Bitcoin to get Bcash. This really happened. This is no lie. So, and then there were many regrets soon after because it was only at 0.4 so some people paid 0.4 for that stuff. Now it's all cyclical. And so since it's all cyclical, a year later, we're entering a time when Bcash is going to fork. And most likely they're going to end up being 2 Bcashes. So if you're a Bcash holder for whatever reason, you're going to get a Bcash crypto dividend. And right now, the price of Bcash is moving up to its traditional 10% of a Bitcoin. It will get there. It will get there, of course. And maybe it got there during this show even. I have no idea. But it's all cyclical. It will go above 10% of a Bitcoin, okay? How much so? I don't know. Will it ever get back to 20% of a Bitcoin? It might. It might. I don't know. But there were plenty of people that said it would never get back. It's down the toilet. It's dead now. It's not dead. It's centralized. It's got a promoter. It's got 2 promoters. It can split. You can come up with all sorts of gimmicks which bring the cycle back again, okay? Which makes it go through again. And so it's going high. It's rising in fiat value. It's rising in Bitcoin value right now. Does that mean you should play around in it and get it? Heck no. I would never do that with your precious Bitcoin for that. I don't care if it gets to 30% and then you'll say, "Oh, you did it. You told me to do nothing. You got the 30% for 2 seconds on November the 16th, 2018. So what? So you still have, the risk is incredible. Just hold on to your Bitcoin. If you still have the Bcash, if you still have your Bcash from the fork, then yeah, then you make your own decision on when to dump it. And if they're going to really be 2 of them or whatever, and watch it with popcorn. It's an interesting thing to watch. It shows you that everybody always likes a crypto dividend. And here's another thing, though. There are people who are real big Bitcoin fans, okay? And this kind of brings me back to some of the Vinny Lingham. It's almost like a Vinny Lingham philosophy. There was a time he was saying you got to hold on to both just in case, just in case, just in case. And again, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. But here's the thing. There are people out there who are Bitcoin fans, who are long-term thinkers, who are men who worry. They worry. They want peace of mind. At the same time, they might have a lot of Bitcoin. They might have a good amount of Bitcoin where they're very comfortable with the amount of Bitcoin that they have. But they want peace of mind. They want some sort of soothing reminder out there, okay? And I don't agree with this tweet, okay? But this guy is a fan of mine. This guy's a guy who follows me. He's a good guy. And again, if you are paranoid, if you are a person who likes a certain reassurance and a peace of mind, and I'm sharing this because this type of thinking does create kind of some Bcash holders who don't even like Bcash. Okay, there are Bcash holders out there that don't like Bcash, and it creates a bottom. I mean, some aren't selling, and the reason is because they want to sleep better at night. It's not about the money with Bcash. You just hold on to it for peace of mind, so you don't keep thinking during pump and dumps, what if Bcash will take over one day? By the way, I could have sold at 2,200, this guy says. Okay, and I did link to this. I linked to this below. I linked to Mike. It's Mike. His name is Mike. So Mike is probably not the only guy that does that. Now, again, I know that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. I don't get freaked out when, Bcash pumps. But apparently, again, last year there were people who were when they saw Bcash suddenly, it goes up to 40% of a Bitcoin. They start to worry. And so people like Mike, they're reminded their hands are strengthening by holding on to Bcash, I guess is the bottom line of the whole thing. Pound that like button. Again, I don't agree with that, with holding on to Bcash as some sort of because I don't need that. My peace of mind is I know Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, and I want to get as much Bitcoin as possible. So you turn your Bcash into Bitcoin. All right. So one final thing, Hoffman line strong, baby. Anthony Hoffman has a new Steemit post, and he talks about Venezuela's gold being confiscated. Venezuela, a country, they want their gold back. I don't know where their gold is, where they've been storing it, but they want it back because they're scared it's going to be taken away. And of course, they're broke, and gold has some value. And Andy just reminds us that Bitcoin, it can't be confiscated. Even if you're a country and you have gold, it can be confiscated. Another army can come in and just take it from you real easily if they wanted to. And again, that can't happen with your Bitcoin. So it's another reminder, if Venezuela can have their gold confiscated, you better look into Bitcoin because that's unconfiscatable. All right, everybody. I think I covered everything. From Stellar to Initiative Q to Bcash. Oh, God, where was this show going? But hey, there's a lot. It all affects, we're reminded. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, check out the link section below. Click on those squares right there. Bang that bell button if you need a reminder. And the show might be on early tomorrow, so maybe we'll get a reminder. Okay, see you later.